course, is a silhouette refraction affects light, not the absence of light.
Shadows don't refract. Do shadows refract?
Yes, they do.
That would be the refraction of light, bud.
A shadow is a hole in light. So if you bend the light, the hole bends with it. That's how it works. The green line and the shadow are both straight, and because of that, they follow each other. But as soon as I put this in the water, they're going to separate, and the junction for when that separation starts is going to be right at the surface of the water. And for you experiment formalists out there, the independent variable here is the presence of the water or the presence of refraction, and the dependent variable is whether the shadow is straight or bent. That's some pretty clear separation. And notice, that does not depend on your camera angle. That is not a perceptual phenomenon. The refraction is physically bending that shadow in 3D space. Straight, bent, straight, bent. Now, there's a couple things worth noting. There is a distinction between a shadow and a silhouette. A shadow is cast by an object when light goes past it on either side, and we usually see it when it reflects off of another surface. A silhouette is when we're looking at the object itself, and we're looking at the dark side of that object with the light behind it. So in order to see a silhouette refract here, we would have to look at the dark side of the pencil and see the pencil in two different places when it refracts through the water. You can see there's some pretty extreme refraction going on there because it shows up in two different places. That's what it looks like to have a silhouette refract. Now the other thing is that Angel's comment there about whether shadows refract, that was in reference to selenium eclipses.
Also, the selenium eclipse doesn't work on the globe. They claim refraction, but shadows don't refract.
Shadows refracting has nothing to do with the globe explanation for selenium eclipses. That's not what makes a selenium possible on a globe. It does have to do with refraction, but not refraction of a shadow. It's refraction of the image of the moon while the moon is in shadow. If we want to see something comparable to that in this setup, then we have to look at the shadow of the pencil on the table and then see the image of that shadow refracted through the water or not through the water. And see how it shows up in two different places. That's more like what's going on with the selenium eclipse. We're seeing the image of the Earth's shadow reflected on something, but the image of that shadow is being refracted after it's reflected, not before. So Angel did not understand the globe explanation for selenium eclipses, and because of that, he completely missed the mark in addressing it. And as we see, he was also completely wrong in what he said. So Angel doesn't understand selenium eclipses. He doesn't understand optics. He doesn't understand physics or science or math or anything that he's talking about. He should not be talking about this. But shadows do refract. Thank you for watching.